And the Archbishop in Milwaukee says Pope Francis will be remembered for his humility in trying to bridge divides. 12 News' Nick Bohr is live at St. John's Cathedral downtown. And Nick, Archbishop Jeffrey Grobb had a chance to meet the Pope a few years ago.
Well, Derek, he said it was brief, but certainly left a lasting impression. As we look at the cathedral right now, you see a black pall or banner hanging in the front doors of the cathedral here. A special mass getting underway in about 15 minutes to honor the Pope, who the Archbishop says will be remembered for his humility. 88 bells tolled at the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist in downtown Milwaukee, one for every year of Pope Francis's life.
He was a pastor and a shepherd to his dying breath, literally.
Milwaukee Archbishop Jeffrey Grobb found it fitting that the Pope's death came the day after Easter, a Pope who he says worked above all else to make the church more welcoming and inclusive.
He brought everybody to the table. And that's a gift. Not to say that you necessarily agree with everybody at the table, but if you can't have a conversation, you can't do anything more. It's dead in the water. So as long as you can bring people together to talk, there's the possibility of growth, of change, of new ideas, and that's what he was good at.
Grobb met the Pope in 2022, and that brief meeting was not only memorable, but for him encapsulated who Pope Francis was.
With him, and it's a gift, in standing with him in that moment, I felt like I was the only person standing in that room. He wasn't looking over my shoulder, who's going to come next, or who's a bigger hitter, or who's a whatever. He was fixed on the person that was standing in front of him. And that's his legacy, because that translated into everything else he did.
And Nick, one of the world leaders monitoring sexual abuse in the Catholic Church is based here in Milwaukee. What is he saying tonight about the next Pope's election?
Well, Peter Isley of SNAP, or Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, says, quote, the next Pope must institute a zero-tolerance law for sexual abuse that immediately removes abusive clergy and leaders who have covered up abuse. The Pope, that quote rather goes on to say the next Pope be someone who has, quote, never shielded offenders.
Nick Bohr reporting live for us in Milwaukee.